Thank you for joining us today. Could I get a thumbs up in the very back if you can hear me? That's awesome. Thank you so much. Good morning. My name is Michelle Karp. I'm the principal of the Melican Middle School. On behalf of our teachers, staff, and students, I extend a warm welcome to parents, relatives, and friends of our 8th grade class to our 2021 graduation ceremony. For those of you who have ever attended a Melican graduation, you know that we usually are in a crowded gym. You are fortunate if you've never had that experience. It is always extremely hot. There's not enough room for everybody, and undoubtedly, some people get a little bit cranky. We have always wanted to try having ourselves worried about the weather. One of the positive impacts of COVID is that we are finally having an outside graduation, and I think we will hold our graduations outside from now on. I want to thank Ms. Paris and Mr. Dackwell, as well as our young musicians, for the music this morning. With several students rehearsing remotely until very recently, a handful of in-person full rehearsals, they were able to put together some wonderful music. Will you please join me in another round of applause for our musicians? Thank you again for coming this morning. It is amazing to see friends, family, and educators here. A reminder of just how important these young adults are to all of us. I'd also like to welcome Mr. Greg Martineau, Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Keith Lavoie, Assistant Superintendent, and Dr. Stephanie Reinhorn, Assistant Superintendent. Thank you for taking time to join us today. And at this point, I'll invite Greg Alberti, Viviana LaBelle, Evan Morgan, Seamus Pulsifer, Lydia Reinecke, and Claire Wickander to lead us in the singing of the national anthem. I'll ask everyone to stand and direct your attention to the flag up front. About the world around them. Dr. Rose helped Melican establish our first ever therapeutic program, supporting students through the highs and lows of middle school and providing a safe and loving environment for students who needed just. You may have heard, isn't a big deal, or it's only 8th grade. I'm here to tell you that 8th grade graduation is absolutely a big deal, and that completing 8th grade is a significant milestone. Most of you have been in school for at least 9 years of your lives. That is well over 60% of the time you've been on this earth. After this, you will experience 4 years of high school, a big deal, and something to celebrate. I remember my 8th grade's cry was Billboard's #1 song, when Michael Jackson's Thriller was the #1 album, and when the movie Ghostbusters. I also remember that one of our local senators came to speak at graduation. I have no idea what he talked about, but I thought it was pretty great that he made time to come and talk to 8th graders. I remember I wore a white dress with short puffy sleeves, and my favorite graduation gift was a gift from one of my favorite aunts, a boombox and 2 cassette tapes. Than they were then. I'll bet my emotions, those of my classmates, were the same as many about what lie ahead. And concerns my classmates and I had 37 years ago are the same ones you have today. Will I get lost in high school? You absolutely will get lost in high school. Everybody of high school, you definitely care about school you attend. Will I be able to balance schoolwork, sports, band, and everything? You absolutely will figure this out. You will make friends who are like you at high school, your people. Some here, so really, really nice job. And now we will ask Juliana Loazo to...
There's an anonymous quote that reads, "Don't confuse your path with your destination. Just because it's stormy now doesn't mean you aren't headed for sunshine." Collectively, we have weathered quite a storm, so to speak, these past few years, but I believe that we are able to get through any storm as long as we don't give up and we persevere. We woke up on the first day of 6th grade to a new dawn, a new day. The sun was just rising to new beginnings, a fresh start for new friendships, and a chance to redefine ourselves, with our futures bright in front of us. We walked into this brand new school, which was bigger than we were used to, and found our homerooms. We eagerly looked for familiar faces, anyone to start this new journey with. Our teachers provided a safe, encouraging environment in this new and unknown place and offered outstretched hands to those who needed it. As the new sun was shining bright on us, we encountered new experiences such as the trip to Stone, where for some of us might have been our first time away from home, but certainly for all, it was a chance to appreciate the nature around us and grow in our understanding and importance of strong relationships. As the sun continued glowing on our 6th grade year, we experienced the excitement of 6th grade fun nights. Filled with great music and dance-offs, these were nights to remember. We all tried new things in 6th grade and maybe came out of our shells a little bit at the end of the year while performing Hamlet and acting out scenes with the poetry company. 6th grade was a time for adjusting and learning that we need to be flexible. As we began 7th grade, we started to feel more comfortable in this school that was so new and terrifying just a year earlier. We were beginning a time in our lives that comes with struggles and, of course, middle school drama. Our teachers now expected more of us, and, well, let's just say it took me the whole following homework. As tough as it was, our teachers taught us the importance of starting to appreciate it. In December, we attended the Christmas Carol and learned valuable lessons there. For example, listening is the key to learning, and empathy and compassion really can change someone for the better. That year really didn't seem to be turning out as bad as we all thought it would be. Well, that is until mid-March. When we got word on March 12th that school would be canceled for the day for a thorough cleaning, we barely even thought about it. This was just a passing shower that would soon clear up. Little did we know that this was just the start of a storm more severe than we've ever experienced. A storm filled with the unexpected and unknown that would do a lot of damage to our year, the way we had hoped. Our life was becoming full of disappointments, missed opportunities, cancellations, shutdowns, and stress. Somehow, we learned how to adapt through it and saw rays of light peeking through the storm clouds. We had a chance to pick up some new hobbies and spend more time with family, for ourselves. As hard as online school was to adjust to, there were also some silver linings, like not having to wake up so early and being more on our own schedules. For some people, being fully out of school was a welcomed break, while others really struggled with being isolated. We have a voice. My teachers became my friends, and I connected and got close with a lot of people who last year I never thought I would have bonded with. 8th grade taught me to expand my horizons and reach out to new people, or people who might need a little brightness in their day. It taught me that nothing is as bad as it seems, and that when things get tough, you must persevere through it and never give up. As our time at Melican is coming to a close, we are about to enter into a brand new, exciting chapter in our lives. We, the Melican class of 2021, with all our different talents, experiences, and personalities, have come together in the same way different colors blend nicely to create the perfect sunset on a beautiful evening. We look forward to the promises of a new day and our future endeavors as we move up onto the next 4 years of our lives. Congratulations and best of luck to all my fellow graduates, and thank you to the staff for a great middle school experience. At
this point, Mrs. Getchell and the 8th grade chorus are going to sing a song written by Mira Denny, one of our 8th grade students. So as with our young instrumental musicians, our choruses have been practicing. Some students have been remote most of the year. Other students have begun practicing fairly recently with some of the mask mandates being lifted. So this group has only been together a few times, and I think that they sound pretty wonderful considering. And Mira Denny, one of our own 8th graders, actually wrote the lyrics as well as the music for that song. So congratulations, everybody. And now we will hear from Karma Bibawi.
Hi, my name is Karma Bowie. I submitted this poem I'm about to read to you at 11:59, the day it was due. Or maybe it was the day after. Anyway, I was ready for a challenge, so I competed. My mistake, I guess. Now, I have to read it in front of all of you. Here goes nothing. Education, necessary part of life. The water to our seed that will nurture our need to grow the life we strive to exceed in. Middle school, necessary part of life. The bridge that transitioned us from 5th to 9th, that from lost in the 2nd floor teal to a little less lost in the 3rd floor tan, transforming us from separate to binded. Together, time did help us find what kind of person we want to be. So we climbed and pushed behind every obstacle, reading through the articles and books, learning low. And this is our last slide. So let's move on to the next presentation of this generation, no matter your hesitation, fear, or fret.
Greg Alberti,
Karma Bibawi,
Zavia Berry Candelario,
Haley Costello,
Taylor Doan,
Ella Gamache,
Ariana Gentile,
Chase Greenwald,
Maggie Haven,
Katie Jennings,
Lillian Johnson,
Phoebe Lefebvre,
Nathan Mesterson,
Neva Patel,
Seamus Pulsifer,
Ryan Roman,
Landon Robon,
Felipe Siqueira,
Avery Sullivan,
Rachel Swallow,
Shay Tebbets,
Isabella Thompson.
Eleanor Titus.
Congratulations.
Behind this person.
Section 8 Park. Sonia Bowden. Bella Barcelos. Madison Griffith.
Section 8-6. Sumeru Achar. Shreya Balu. Terry Chang. Ethan Klein. Janady Corrado Padilla. Grace Gugino. Tyler Herod. Paneet Kandola. Srilohita Muthakamaran. Congratulations, 8-6.
When we finish in a few minutes, our 8th graders will head back to the tennis courts, led by their teachers. You can meet up with them over that way. Feel free to take pictures anywhere. There are some signs out front if you'd like to use those. Thank you all for joining us today. These past been challenging, to say the least. And we thank you for continuing to support these amazing young adults. We wish our 8th graders the best as they embark on their next journey. You have left your mark on Melican, and we will miss you. Congratulations, 8th graders. Eighth graders, you will be given a goodie bag on your way out, so please wait for your teacher. Wait for your teacher.